Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Dispatches from Elsewhere, Season 1, Episode 5, Clara. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, my agents of nonchalance. Hopefully, we don't have any kind of video problems like I had yesterday. Yesterday was really, really bad. I lost like 6 minutes of footage. I actually had to dump the live video and go to I actually had to go back and record a video. So if that happens again, I apologize to everyone in the chat. Yeah, I'm working on something to actually get that so I can, record as I'm actually live streaming at the same time. OBS does that, and I'm working on that just to let you guys know. So let me take care of some business first, and we'll get into it, okay? If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, if you haven't subscribed as of yet, at the very end of this video, you're going to see a video pop up here. If you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. Also up here is going to be another video at the end of this video, which is going to be Westworld is what's going to be up there. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Hopefully I'll work that thing out too, because there's a different way of, you know, logging onto that, logging into YouTube and doing a live stream. I'm changing some stuff up here. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there, as Penn has put up there. Also, all my links are on there too. So if you ever want to know where all the links are, it's up there. I change it out once a week, that schedule. I also put it up on my Facebook page. And speaking of Facebook, there's a Facebook group page which you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I have a Patreon page, but no tier set up as of yet. That will happen later on when I get some more stuff going on. So yeah, I just didn't want to do it as of yet. So spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. Unless the feed gets all kind of messed up, then I'm going to have to do this again, and it'll still be a video. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. So, wow, that's all I can say is wow. Fucking great episode. This explains a lot. And we finally found out that this is this is actually real. This is all happening. This is real. We found out at the very end, and there's a couple of great quotes in there. Um, when the group are going down into the basically it's Mateo's house is what we find out. And Fredwin is looking around for clues, and he says, I am full Fredwin right now. I started laughing. I'm like, I'm fucking using that from now on. You know what? When you get obsessive about something, so obsessive, it means you're full Fredwin at that point. Yeah, it really is. Um, what's going on here? I saw some people talking in the chat. I'm glad I got you hooked on this series, Cheryl. It's something good. And just so you know, that's what my channel does quite often, is I find these little gems of shows that no one's really talking about, and I try and hook you guys onto it as well, because quite honestly, I don't like talking about stuff that I'm not interested in. If I'm not interested in, that's why I have a 4-episode rule. If I don't like something after 4 episodes, I dump it. It's got to be 4 episodes in a row, and then I dump it. This is a show that I love. And I'll warn you right now, usually shows that I really, really love that I review, sometimes they get canceled. I'm just gonna warn you guys right now. It's not me, really. It really isn't. But trends are pointing towards that. It might be. So yeah, I immediately thought of myself too when it said full Fredwin. Viking bitch. So Clara ends up telling the whole tale of Fishtown, how it's a rundown place that basically people there, they are born there, they live there, and they just die there. That's pretty much what they do there. And this is all written on the walls in UV paint, which they use a UV flashlight in order to find, and are reading about this. And as they're reading about this, it is played out. We see this going on. We actually see it from Peter's mind's eye, really. Excuse me. And a lot of this The nonchalance, finding your nonchalance, your divine nonchalance, I should say, is Clara talking about escaping the things that bring you down and, just doing something to build people up, build yourself up, build other people up, all that kind of stuff. And, as she says, everyone needs to find their elsewhere. And that's, you know, something you don't get in shows today. You don't get these shows of hope, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna get a little emotional about that kind of stuff, but that's what it is. It's you know, especially now what we got going on and all this stuff. It's something different. That's all I can say. It really is. Um sorry, I got a little, overreactive there on that one. So um Simone ends up also we have some changes going on with the people that are involved in this. Simone meets up with an old teacher of hers and who actually saw her through her whole transition. And she realizes that she's not going to go back. She's not going back to school. She tells him as much. But she also went there to basically say, hey, um, Fishtown, the stuff that was going on, what do you know anything about the artwork in Fishtown? And he says, I know somebody who was there at the time. Let me contact her. It was like 20 years ago and I'll find out what's going on. So obviously this has happened, like I said, 20 years ago. And it's now just coming to light again in this thing. And it's very interesting that we are, they're actually discovering this in this game or what they think is a game, which might actually be real at this point. So, Peter gets inspired by Clara. Clara's whispering in his ear. And of course, what does he do? He ends up putting a Beach Boys song in everybody's playlist. Basically, he's just clicking it through everybody's playlist. And people are kind of getting into it. And of course, he gets pulled aside. And this is my other favorite line too is we only have one rule here. Do you know what that rule is? Don't use Mary Splenda. Which I mean just made me fucking laugh the way he delivered it. It wasn't a question. It was don't use Mary Splenda. That was the rule that he was taught was don't use Mary Splenda. And that just fucking made me laugh. It really did. And he's so zoned out on everything that he doesn't realize that he's being fired, and instead he snaps out of it and says, "I quit." And his boss is like, "Didn't you hear me? I already fired you. You can't quit. I just fired you." And he goes, "Oh, I didn't hear it." And so he gets up and walks out. Yeah, that's it. He's done. Um, and then Janice finds out from her caregiver that she she her caregiver got a very rude text from her phone anyway at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was actually Fredwin. Fredwin basically telling her that I'm having fun, basically screw you, I'm out kind of thing. Take the ice bucket challenge, Black Santa to the caregiver who is black. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. And when she reads the text, she's like, I didn't send this. Oh, and then she finally realizes that Fredwin was the one who did this. And Fredwin again overstepping his boundaries with people and doing what's right for him or what he thinks, the puzzle, the game, whatever, instead of actually respecting other people and their needs, quite honestly. And first we thought he was actually making some progress, but he wasn't. He really wasn't. And Janice actually ends up blowing up at him later on at the house once they finish up the story and they find out that Clara, like her mother, was swallowed up by the darkness. We don't know what that means, how Clara's mother was swallowed by the darkness, or um, we know that, or swallowed up by the dark is what she said. Fredwin is quite a bit obsessive. He really is. Is Clara real? Uh, Possibly Josephine Tracy, because there is a picture that we see at the very end that Simone gets from her teacher of a woman hanging from a rope with her leg, painting the waterfalls on the wall. So Oh, thank you, Yeet Yote Dude. Sorry, I have to actually say that out, otherwise I'm gonna screw that up. I love this show. It's awesome. So it really is. It's a really cool show, and it's a joy actually to be covering it, to tell you the truth. Um, but yeah, so we see that picture that was 20 years old, and it's Clara hanging from the rope upside down, supposedly Clara painting the waterfalls off the side of that building. And yeah, and we also saw that Claire was offered a job by the Jejun Institute, by Octavio and his right hand woman, who was the one who found Clara. She's actually the one that shushed Fredwin when they went out in the hallway there when he found that address, and they went and confronted the woman with the child, and he was going full bore, and then as they're dragging him away, she shushed him. That's Octavio's right hand woman there. So yeah, fairly interesting that we got all of that going there. Uh, ugh, yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, at first I didn't catch it either, but and then I was like, that's why they showed us at the very beginning when they did the recap, they showed her doing the shushing is because she was integral to the plot there. And because she would not leave her friends behind, Mateo, Sanjay, and I can't remember the other woman's name, the redhead's name. I didn't catch it in time. And that's the reason why they took her. And we don't know if they took her or what was going on there. Yeah. Yeah, they did a very short recap at the very beginning, Viking Bitch, like really short. It was like a couple of seconds, and that was it. Excuse me. Yes, Clara is a good person, and she even had her doubts though. She was struggling with it. She goes, um, I did do the right thing, right? I did do the right thing by turning him down, but then again, I could have brought this joy to the world. But I don't want to leave my friends. And she goes, but I could have really used all that paint, and it would have been really cool. And she goes, I did do the right thing, right? And that's when she, of course, gets taken. Yeah. So, and the other thing, there was another line too that actually Clara had said. She says, "I'm just harnessing my divine nonchalance," and someone asks, "What does that mean?" And she goes, "I don't know. It came to me when I was hanging upside down," which I thought was pretty damn funny. Yes, the lure of art supplies, Viking bitch. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. When you're a poor, starving artist, the lure of art supplies is very, very strong. When someone says, "Hey, I've got all these art supplies," it's like drugs to a junkie, quite honestly. That's pretty much a good analogy right then and there. Yeah. Um, so very interesting. Octavio said something that this is a puzzle or something more. Yeah. I agree with you, Josephine. I don't know exactly what this is all about. I don't know if he's actually trying to find Clara as well, if she's been hidden from him, if she escaped from him, or what's going on. And we'll find out. I mean, we got the trailer that happened right afterwards was kind of a mishmash of what's going to happen with the rest of the season, and it looks like things get kind of intense. I saw Peter with a bloody nose. Someone had fallen off the roof. I think it was Peter, and Fredwin's standing down there and asking him if he's okay. Um, Also, he's in a tank of water in a straitjacket, and I don't know if that's going to be something that is in his mind's eye, because we get a lot of that happens in this series. And just awesome, awesome show. And I'm glad that AMC. I was kind of surprised AMC took a chance on this one, to tell you the truth. It doesn't seem like anything that AMC would have actually done. This seems more like it would have been in FX's realm, or I would even say it could have been in Amazon's realm, to tell you the truth as well. I yeah, I agree with you, yo, dude. Yeah, it does make me unreasonably emotional as well. So as you saw earlier on, it is something that I think it's designed that way. Quite honestly, is to make you um, feel those emotions and make you want to do something about it. Quite honestly, and giving you the sense of hope. And I think also, at this time that we're in history right now, I think it actually hit at a perfect time, to tell you the truth. It's just not a lot of people are watching it, which they should be, because we're all sequestered at home now at this point. We might as well be watching something good, you know? Yeah. And I'm kind of surprised that a lot more people aren't watching it. I'm trying to sing its praises out there. You know what? I forgot to actually put it on Twitter. I just remembered I was having some issues. I was trying to run through OBS, quite honestly. And I forgot to put this on Twitter, and now I'm also having issues with my camera. White balance is deciding to freak out now too. Sorry if it's going yellow and all that stuff. There's all kinds of issues that are going on with YouTube at the moment, and yeah, this just happens to be one of them. We yeah. Let's see if I do a little white balance magic trick. Da-da-da, and we do a little white balance. Nope, of course it's not going to work. So there we go. Ah, all right. That kind of worked out of its system there. Yeah, you like the mood ring, Dennis? Thanks. The yellow, then white, then yellow, then white. It just keeps going back. That's all the only two colors that it goes is yellow and white. So, what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow is going to be the season finale of Project Blue Book. The very excellent Project Blue Book. If you're not watching it and you like the X Files at some point in time, this was when the X Files. This is basically like good X Files. Is really what this is. Um, Watch it. It's on the History Channel. We're in season 2. We're at the end of season 2 right now. Wednesday and Thursday I'm off. Friday is going to be Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I'm covering that as well. Not a lot of people are watching it, which is a shame again, because Ahsoka Tano. Again, Ahsoka Tano is going to be live action within The Mandalorian season 2. Rosario Dawson has been cast as Ahsoka Tano for the live action version. So yes, definitely some good stuff going on. And anything that has the Ahsoka storyline, which is what we're leading into right now for the next couple episodes, is good. Those are the best writings, quite honestly, and the best episodes. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any of the genre stuff you guys want to talk about. And if you guys just want to talk, shit, that's pretty much what happened on Saturday. Saturday it evolved into a shit show for the most part, and we were talking about anything and everything. But that's what Saturday Morning Blast Off is all about. Sunday, of course, is Westworld. The excellent Westworld. Season 3 is phenomenal right now. If you're not watching it, take a look at it. Like I said, if I don't like it, I'm not going to be covering it. I like to cover shows that I like, that hopefully get you involved as well, and drag you into it with me, quite honestly. Monday again, we're going to come back around to Dispatches from Elsewhere. So, oh man, some good stuff. Some good stuff. And we got more stuff coming up. We got a lot more stuff coming up. Of course, we got Harley Quinn coming up in April. We've also got Future Man, the final season of Future Man. If you haven't seen Future Man, by the way, on Hulu, if you have a Hulu account, watch Future Man. It's hilarious. It's the best melding of sci-fi and comedy I have ever seen, and also time travel as well. It is awesome. Yeah. Season 3 hasn't hooked you, dude. I'm kind of digging it, quite honestly, especially yesterday's episode, where we had a Game of Thrones reference and a Jurassic Park reference. I had known the Jurassic Park reference, and then I forgot about it because I had to redo the fucking episode, and yeah, I forgot to mention it when I did it in my solo version of it. So yeah. Future Man's on Amazon now too. Nice. Yes. If you have Amazon, watch Future Man. Future Man's hilarious. Cameronium. The whole James Cameron episode where they just shit on James Cameron is hilarious. I mean, just absolutely hilarious. Um, you can't go wrong with that, quite honestly. And we get, like I said, season 3, the final season, in April. Harley Quinn again, season 2 in April on DC Universe. Stargirl's coming up on DC Universe as well. We'll see how that plays. If it's good enough, it's got a big enough cast where I might cover it. But then again, it's a CW show as well, so it might be a total shit show, which means I might not want to cover it. Yeah. So Game of Thrones reference offended me. I don't ever want to see those showrunners again. And I'm not a big fan of these characters becoming. I want to know what's up with Aaron Paul's character. He's supposed to be our introduction into 2058, is what it is. That's what's going on there. Yeah. Uh, what else we got here? Josephine Tracy says Blue Book has been a pleasant surprise. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It really is. It's a lot of fun. There's some episodes that are kind of and they just kind of, it's a creature of the week kind of thing. But for the most part, it's been pretty damn good. I liked it better the first season when they were doing a little more 50s Red Scare nostalgia kind of stuff. And they're not doing that as much anymore. They're not focusing on that. And I think it's because they're trying to give Mimi a better role than just, 50s housewife kind of thing, which is good. But at the same time, that's how we got the 50s nostalgia and the Red Scare stuff going on. And I'm glad we're not getting as much Joel either. We don't have enough, as much of the kid in that one either. So, so back to what I was talking about here. Dispatches from Elsewhere. Again, great episode. I will see you guys next week for that. But until then, tomorrow is gonna be Project Blue Book. Again, if you are on the fence about subscribing, you're gonna see at the very end of this video a video pop up here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you see and have watched, I should say, and try and match it as best as possible. One of the videos in my vast video library. I like that I have the shelf here because then I can just do that. Because usually that's where the video is, someplace around there. Up here is going to be Westworld is what's going to be up there. I had to think about what I was doing there. Whoop. And remember, like, share, and subscribe right down there below. And also go to suspendedfanimation.com. All the links are there. My schedule's up there as well. You can hit the bell down below there and try and follow me if YouTube actually gives you the notification when I'm on, but it's a 50-50 chance on that. Yeah. Ace of Spades says, I still can't believe that it's actually real. Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be some tweaks to that Ace of Spades. I'm fairly sure. But the best games always have a little bit of reality put into them, quite honestly. That is the best thing when you have a big game like this. If you have a little injection of reality to it, that's what makes it the best. So thanks, everybody. As Viking Bitch just said there, stay safe, everyone. Have a good night. Until tomorrow, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that that window that you use to escape and see out into the real world and help others might lead you into the dark, which isn't a good thing. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe out there, and I will see you then. Good night, everybody.